Only 1 in 4 UK adults has a stocks and shares ISA, which means 3 in 4 are either paying tax on their investment returns they don't need to pay, or they're not investing at all. Both are expensive mistakes. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what a stocks and shares ISA is, why it is the single most powerful tool available to a UK investor right now, which platform to use depending on your situation, and what to actually put inside one once you've opened it. This is the video I wish someone had made for me when I was starting out, so please stay with me. This one is very interesting viewing. Let's start with why most people haven't got one. The phrase stocks and shares ISA puts people off immediately. It sounds complicated, it sounds risky, it sounds like something city traders do, not something a normal person with a normal salary needs to think about. So instead, people do one of two things. They either leave their savings in a cash savings account earning interest that barely keeps up with inflation, or they invest outside of any tax wrapper, meaning every time their investments grow, HMRC takes a cut. Here's what that actually costs you in 2026. The capital gains tax exemption, the amount of profit you can make on investments before paying tax, is now just £3,000 per year. It was £12,300 as recently as 2022. It has been cut by 75% in 4 years. The dividend allowance, the amount of dividend income you can receive tax-free US, is now just £500, down from £5,000 in 2018. So investing outside of a tax wrapper in 2026 is significantly more expensive than it was even 3 years ago. The government has systematically closed every gap. The stocks and shares ISA is the last major shelter standing, and most people aren't using it. And here's the urgency. This tax year, 2026/27 is the last year where you can put the full £20,000 into a cash ISA if you're under 65. From April 2027, that limit drops to £12,000 for cash ISAs. The government is actively pushing people toward investing. The window to use the full allowance is right now. So let's clear this up once and for all. What actually is a stocks and shares ISA? It is simply a wrapper. Think of it like a box. Inside that box you can hold shares, funds, ETFs, bonds, almost any investment you can think of. But because the box is an ISA, an individual savings account, everything inside it grows completely free of UK tax. No capital gains tax on your profits. No dividend tax on your income. No income tax on interest. The government cannot touch a penny of the growth inside that wrapper. You get £20,000 to put into that box every tax year. Use it or lose it, it does not roll over. Every April 6th, you get a fresh £20,000 allowance. Now, there are 4 types of ISA, and it's worth knowing the difference. A cash ISA is essentially a tax-free savings account. Your money earns interest, no tax is paid on it. Currently, the best easy access cash ISAs are paying around 4.6%, fine for short-term savings, not suitable for long-term wealth building. A stocks and shares ISA is where you invest your money in funds, shares, ETFs. This is the one we're focused on today. Over 5 years or more, this is where real wealth gets built. A lifetime ISA is for 2 specific purposes only: buying your first home or retirement. The government adds a 25% bonus on contributions up to £4,000 a year, worth knowing about, but that's a separate video. An innovative finance ISA holds peer-to-peer loans, higher risk, less regulated. Leave it alone for now. For most people watching this, a stocks and shares ISA is where you want to be. Now the question everyone asks, which platform? This is where fees matter enormously and most people get it wrong. A 0.5% difference in platform fees sounds trivial. On a £50,000 portfolio growing at 7% a year, that 0.5% costs you roughly £18,000 over 20 years. That is not a rounding error. Here is how the main platforms compare right now. Vanguard, 0.15% platform fee, capped at £375 per year, minimum £500 lump sum or £100 per month. Best for hands-off investors who want simple, low-cost index funds and never want to think about it again. InvestEngine, genuinely zero platform fee. ETFs only, no individual shares. best for absolute beginners who want the lowest possible cost and are happy with a simple global ETF. Freetrade, free ISA, free dealing on 6,500 stocks and ETFs. Best free all-rounder, good app, low barrier to entry, suitable for beginners who want more choice than InvestEngine. AJ Bell, 0.25% platform fee, capped at £3.50 per month for shares and ETFs. Good middle ground, more investment choice than Vanguard, lower fees than Hargreaves Lansdown. Hargreaves Lansdown, 0.45% platform fee. The most expensive on this list, but the best research tools, widest fund selection, and customer service that actually answers the phone. Worth the premium if you want hand-holding and guidance. My recommendation for most people starting out, Vanguard or Freetrade. Low fees, simple interface, and they won't overwhelm you with choices before you know what you're doing. Now, what do you actually put inside it? This is where most people freeze. They open the ISA and then leave the money sitting as cash inside it, which means it earns almost nothing, and they wonder why their ISA isn't growing. The money has to be invested. For a complete beginner, one fund covers everything you need. A global index tracker, something like the Vanguard FTSE. Global all-world ETF or a similar global tracker holds thousands of companies across dozens of countries in one single fund. The fee is typically 0.22% per year. You set up a monthly direct debit, the money goes in automatically, and the fund does the rest. That is it. You do not need to pick stocks. You do not need to watch the market. You do not need to do anything except leave it alone and let time do the work. Insight 1. The fee you pay on your platform matters more than the returns you chase. Most new investors spend their energy trying to find the best performing fund. The professionals spend their energy minimizing costs. A global index tracker charging 0.22% per year will almost certainly outperform an actively managed fund charging 1.5% per year, not because it's a better fund, but because the active fund has to beat the market by 1.28% every single year just to break even with the index. Most don't. Over a £30,000 portfolio, the difference between Hargreaves Lansdown at 0.45% and Vanguard at 0.15% is £90 per year. Over 20 years with compounding, that's over £4,000 just from the platform choice. Insight 2. Time in the market matters far more than timing the market. £10,000 in a cash eye, so earning 4.6% over 20 years grows to around £25,000. The same £10,000 in a global stocks and shares ISA, growing at the historical average of around 7% per year, grows to roughly £38,000. That is £13,000 more from the same £10,000 just from being in their right wrapper with the right investment. And the key word there is years. The magic is time. Start with whatever you can afford. £50 a month, £100 a month, £200 a month. The amount matters far less than starting. Insight 3. You can withdraw from a stocks and shares ISA at any time. This is the one that surprises people most. Many assume their money is locked away, that investing means committing for decades and never touching it. It doesn't. You can withdraw from a stocks and shares ISA whenever you want, with no penalty, no tax, no minimum holding period. The only thing to be aware of is that if you withdraw and then pay the money back in, that counts as a new contribution and uses your annual allowance. So withdrawing £5,000 and putting it back in the same tax year costs you £5,000 of your £20,000 allowance. But the flexibility is there, your money is accessible. Investing in an ISA is not the same as locking money away. Right, here is your one job after watching this video. Open a stocks and shares ISA this week. Not next month, this week. It takes about 10 minutes online. You need your name, address, national insurance number, and a UK bank account. That is it. If you are a complete beginner and want the lowest possible cost, go to InvestEngine or Vanguard. Open the account. Set up a monthly contribution of whatever you can afford. Select a global index tracker and then leave it alone. If you found this useful, please subscribe. New video every Friday breaking down exactly this kind of thing. No jargon, no products to sell you. And drop a comment below telling me, have you already got a stocks and shares ISA, or is this the video that convinced you to open one? Now, you know what an ISA is and how to open one, but there is another way to shelter your money from tax that most employed people are completely ignoring, and it saves you income, tax and national insurance at the same time. It is called salary sacrifice, and in next Friday's video I am going to show you exactly how it works, how much it could save you, and how to set it up with your employer in one conversation. That one goes live this Friday. I will see you there.